Hello, it's just me tonight. Um, I get, I just wanted to, I guess, talk about like why I decided to do like the Maya and Mom Chronicles. Um, like when Amaya was born, we just thought that it was going to be a normal pregnancy because there were no issues. Um, she came at 36 weeks. Um, when she was delivered, she needed oxygen, and they found out that we were A and O incompatible. So she went to NICU. That's Grayson. Grayson is sitting with me. That's the 14-year-old sister. She looks out for Amaya a lot. Back to she went to NICU to be under the machine because the A and O incompatible. Um, that morning the doctors came and asked me, did she look a little different? Did she look different from my first child, who was 7 pounds and 14 ounces? Amaya was 5 pounds 4 ounces. She was real small, had big eyes that were just out there. And they took her away real fast. So all I saw was just, the little bitty face, and that was it. And I was like, well, no, she just looks small to me. So then later they came back and was like, well, Mom, she kind of has some features um, that kind of remind us of Down syndrome. She had a rocker bottom foot. I think it was her left foot. It was like flexed up. Um, and they said she had long fingers, which I have long fingers. They also said she had low set ears, which is one of like the features for Down syndrome. So they wanted to do a fish test, and that's to test like the chromosomes. So I was like, okay. And after they walked out, it disturbed me because it's like, well, what's really going on? And at that time, I attended Holy Bible. Was it Holy Bible? I can't remember. But anyway, my pastor was Pastor Mouton. And I called, and he wasn't in, but I did talk to the secretary, and she prayed with me. And so that moment, I just decided, whatever it is, I asked for strength, and I gave Amaya over to Jesus because, He's my source, He's my strength, and He has been helping me all these years with dealing with all the things that we have had to go through. Um, we were discharged probably a week. She stayed a week in the hospital. At a month old, we went to the genetics doctor. The genetics doctor was an older, real old man, and Amaya was just a month old and 19 days. And they called me into the room, and she was in her carrier seat, and he had a folder, a vanilla folder. In that vanilla folder, it was only two pieces of paper. So he told me that Amaya chromosome was 46XX, which is what a girl is supposed to have, but she had a flip in her number 18th chromosome, and which means that she had lost genetic material. Um, so the bottom part of her 18th chromosome broke off, and her number one chromosome hooked on to the bottom part of that. So she's like a real rare genetic makeup. um, I also learned that most chromosome um, defects, when a child has one, when they're being created, they normally end in miscarriage. So that didn't happen. So Maya is my miracle. Um, So he really didn't have much to tell me. He just told me all the bad things. Never didn't know how long she would live. She won't be able to do things like everyone else. Didn't know about her education level. Just all these negative things. And when I left out of that office, it was like I was walking, just going through the motions. I think I made it to the car. I buckled her in, and I just started crying. And I remember calling her dad, and he was like, you know, no, no. Well, then after that, I called my godmother, and she, comforted me and told me that we were going to get through it. Um, but I was boohoo crying because I'm looking at this little girl, this little angel, my baby girl, and I'm like, why? You know, why? Those are some questions that any parent, any will have. Um, so because they didn't have much to tell me, I went home. I got on the computer. I found out about. I found in San Antonio. I found the Chromosome 18th Registry and Research Foundation Society, and I went through their website, and I got it. I knew that I needed to get Amaya seen by all the specialists to determine, if all her organs, if everything was right, okay with her. She was the youngest baby at that time at Texas Children, 3 months old, doing physical therapy. So yeah, we attended our first conference in San Antonio with other family members with children with different eight, like Amaya's 18Q, and then you have Ring 18, and then you have 18P. Um, so we met several other families, and then I met older kids with 18Q. I had a chance to see um, what we were dealing with, and then again, it all depends on how much genetic material is missing, because some children are more medically ill, some are more physically ill, and then you have some that you're like your typical person. So it was this was a learning experience. It's still a learning experience for us. Amaya has she's never been in our home school. She's been in private school since she was 18 months old. Um, Geared for children with special needs, getting that extra attention. She can read, she can write. Um, she loves music. She loves a lot of different artists. She loves to attend concerts. She loves to be around her friends, and she loves school. Um, we right now, like, she's turning 20, but it seems like we're going through like our typical teen with her. She has crushes. Um, she she argues and fights. She tells us to give her space. Uh, a typical teen. Cause I got a teen right here too. That so I got two teenage girls. Um, And I want to do this for like other parents who might have a special needs child and they just don't know what to do. I'm here. We are here. You know, um, we've only once Amaya has been intubated, and I actually had to see them do that because she caught meningitis and it went to her brain and caused her to have 3 mini strokes. That was the scariest moment of my life. We've never had to deal with her being that sick. Um, so with her immune system compromised, now we take extra precautions to keep her healthy. But we don't limit her. We don't limit her. We let her do things. Try things. Um, like she enjoyed her first cruise. She enjoyed gambling because she was old enough to go into the casino and play the slots. Um, I just, you teach and you let them try. Don't put boundaries on them. And I just want other parents who may have younger kids and they need some encouragement, or if you can see, yeah, Maya is happy. She knows that she's loved and she knows how to give love back. So um, when you see videos of her, she she's gonna always have that big beautiful smile. So this is for parents who need a little encouragement. What are you laughing at? Anyway, bye. I'm signing off. This is Amaya's mom and her sister Grayson. Say hi, Grayson.
Bro.
Say hi.
So,
She's a big help too with Amaya. They might fuss a lot, but she does help. We'll probably talk about guardianship maybe next time, because a lot of parents are not aware of that, and some children you do need to obtain guardianship with them once they turn 18.
talk about it now.
No,
On the
I'm
next video.
on the next video. Yeah. All
Make
right.
it after this.
Bye.